Gay conversion practices to be outlawed by the Victorian Government, Australia.
Here's a summary of the article.
Under new laws in Queensland, healthcare providers are banned from carrying out conversion practices, but survivor lobby groups say the practices are still happening informally. Informal practices can include counselling in secular or unregulated counselling services, pastoral care or counselling, prayer ministry including deliverance or exorcisms, support groups, conferences, rallies, and online interactive coursework or mentoring programs. The Brave Network spokesperson Nathan Despot said, informal conversion practices were particularly harmful because they were usually carried out by people who were closely connected. If the person decides to walk away from the conversion practices, and from that environment, they risk losing vital, possibly lifelong or long-term connections with people that they've seen as authority figures who care for them, and possibly with family as well, Mr. Despot said. Legislation needs to target not the sort of pop culture idea of conversion practices, but the actual conversion practices that occur and that are reported by survivors. The ACT legislation deeply refutes the ideology behind conversion practices through a strong affirmation at the start of the Act and prohibits practices delivered by anyone, regardless of whether or not they're a professional, Mr. Despot said. Penalties should be based on whether or not someone has delivered conversion practices, and not put the responsibility on the survivor to demonstrate they were harmed or go through a conciliation process.
This post received a score of 5,700, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Gay conversion practices. Who the fuck thinks they can actually do this, or thinks it's right? Married man with kids here, and I have to say, can't some people just leave gay people to live and enjoy their lives? It's not a choice either. It's not like you can say, oh, I've decided I'm not gay anymore. My reply is always, so if being gay is a choice, then you have gay impulses that you're choosing not to act on?
The whole choice thing is dumb IMO. Yes, I chose to be hated on by my friends and my whole Christian community. Yep, because I'd much rather be hated and tried to be changed than just like girls.
The worst reply I've heard is, they choose to live a gay life instead of trying to assimilate, then they relate it to some stupid craving they have that they choose not to indulge, like sugar or cigarettes.
Sure, there are people who are gay and choose not to ever participate in anything gay, but that doesn't change who they are still gay. Whereas not eating sugar etc., eventually you get over it.
Organized religion is fucking stupid and needs to be done away with.
Victorian practices outlawed by a Victorian government. There's a nice symmetry in that.
I'm outraged that they won't be performing gay conversions anymore. God's judgment will come for us all. Clearly God sent homosexuality to help solve overpopulation, and we should keep converting people to being gay for a long time yet.
Had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Hope they can ban autistic conversion therapy too at the same time. What? The same techniques, by Love Us, are used on autistic children to try and convert them to normal people. 40+ hours a week are recommended, and it's basically torture. In Australia you don't even need a qualification to perform its sad face.
Is this the same thing as ABBA therapy?
What about the lost gay converter jobs? This government is really killing workers.
Are the skills transferable to straight conversation?
There's no backdoor compatibility, unfortunately.
When this headline changes from "to be" to "has been," I will gladly stand up and cheer.
In my experience, gay conversions only work from straight to gay.
As a British person, I read this as the Victorian period. I wish gay conversion had been banned in the 1800s and it was something we only read about in history books. Skeptical smiley face.
Outlawed? Does this mean we can hunt down and kill it, like the outlaws of yore?
Should we do some Christian conversion therapy next? Can I get an amen?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.